if you're someone that has an idea in their brains and they want to use AI to build it and you don't know where to start, how to do it, and you see everyone else doing it, but you don't know where to start, you're frustrated with the tools, this is a video for you. So I created this series of videos, a tutorial that will help normal people in simple terms how to build an app, an application to turn an idea into a business. And I did a video. This is the second part. It's a continuation. If you haven't watched the first video, which is the basics, you can go and watch it. In this video, we're going to cover the first interaction with those applications. In the first video, we cover all the technical parts, all the components. I think a lot of the things we're going to need to build it. And we end up with the steps, the 5-day plan that I recommend everyone to do before even touching AI Builder. And when we're going to continue today, after that 5-day journey that you need to do to think about your application, what you want to build with AI. And now we go from there. So the first thing we want to do before going to any AI builder is to have a clear idea of how the app will look like an extremely detailed, to the best of our possibilities, idea how the app will. If you go YOLO and type build me this, it will be terrible. You get frustrated. You will not understand how other people are building applications in a weekend. So there is a model that would reduces the amount of credits that you use in Lovable and tools like Lovable, so errors are less, and then it actually builds what you want to use, what you want to put in front of others. Okay, we're gonna go to ChatGPT. So I'm gonna ask ChatGPT, I need a PRD for Lovable.dev. What should I consider, right? ChatGPT is gonna think about what a PRD is. This is more like for you to understand what the parts of a PRD. Again, we have a lot of nodes, so what you want the application to be. If you know how to build a PRD, if you're a product person, that's awesome. But if you're not, like normal people would not understand how to create a PRD or something similar in documentation, then you can come here. So OpenAI will tell you what are the things you need, exactly user stories, features, blah, 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 blah. We asked ChatGPT to create a PRD for us. He built a PRD. Now I have a lot of information already copied that I'm going to paste here. And I say, hey, my app is called, okay, let's talk about this. I'm going to build I was thinking about what to build for this tutorial, and actually I'm going to build a tutorial kind of page for people to put their tutorials in. It's a free version, like completely free. And we want to talk about the business model version of people can create an account, you create your profile, you can create training courses like this one, put it there, people can apply to those, pay you or not. If you put them for free, they can start for you. It's like a free training platform for people, and they can use for free. By the end of this series, we're going to have a working application that you can actually go log in and test yourself. And we have built that together through the series of these videos. So it's going to be a learning platform. So it's going to be called ClassCourses, right? That's the actual name. And it's based on, let me move this here, and it's on all of these requirements. Please do not summarize every word is important. We need to turn this into a PRD, but following the design and elements included in my document below. I'm going to paste. I'm going to click send, and I'm going to let ChatGPT do its thing. ChatGPT is going to take all your ideas. You can actually attach images to this if you want a specific look and feel. So basically, it's going to build a PRD. Again, you can do this yourself if you kind of know what you're doing, or you can use the platform that I created, VibeBlocks, which is free, and it will do it for you. Again, this is a beta version. You can try both, see which ones render you the best results. But also, if you want to see an application that I built with zero knowledge, like that's one that you can actually go and interact with. Let's go back to our PRD. So we let ChatGPT finish. It will produce a huge document with a PRD. It's a huge document we're gonna store. It has everything you need. So basically what I did, I took 5 days, as I recommended, I put all my ideas, I put the colors that I want, the pages, the fonts. If I don't know the fonts, I just drop an image to ChatGPT and tell, hey, ChatGPT, what is the font? What is the spacing? How it feel? Describe it. That's called design system for someone that is non-technical like me. I learned that from my co-founder a few weeks ago, that what we look in our websites, the way it feels, it's called design system. And then every website has their own design system, and we can copy them. Copy in a good way. It's an inspiration, not like stealing from them, but just copy. Some of those design systems are copyrighted, so be careful. But they're like normal ones that every page is the standard basic ones. And we're going to use one of those, which called Tailwind, to do this application we're going to build together. Okay, so we have the APIs, we have everything we need. We have everything we need to build our application. So what we're going to do, we're going to copy this document and we're going to treasure this document. I'm going to build a Google Doc. Okay, I'm going to save it. I'm going to save this document. I'm going to pull it, classes, class.courses. So I have this full document that is literally telling me in a technical way all the things I need to build the application. There is no way that I would ever be able to produce this technically myself. And if you use something like my tool, like VibeBlocks.dev, that will be extremely more detailed. It has user journeys and a lot of stuff. Okay, we have this already. We have the PRD. Now what? Like, what do we do next? We go to Lovable? No, we don't paste it. So now we're going to say to ChatGPT, can you now, based on this, produce, sorry, with the typo. I'm dyslexic, I'm autistic, and I have ADHD, so bear with me if I look weird on camera, I'm sorry. Or if I do some mistakes or invert letters or you see weird stuff, that's normal. But I get too excited or hyperventilate or look up or have weird movements. That's beaming on the spectrum. Hey, going back to this. So produce 5 prompts all lovable in sequence with a lot of detail. So it can start producing the app. I think it's best. You can copy exactly what I'm saying. I find it that it works better if I actually give them instructions, because when we want to prompt Lovable, we don't want to prompt like by parts. We want to go high level to detail. So from general to detail. So in a way that understands what it is, the application we want to build in full, and then we go into the detail. Because if you say, okay, the landing page has to be like this, it will make assumptions and build the other stuff without you telling them. So we need to tell them everything so Lovable knows exactly how to set up the first blueprint, and they don't have to make too much changes after. So go high level to low. So to low level from general from general to particular. For example, the first prompt should have what the application is, the users, the functionality, the schema, the schemas, the users flow, the landing page parts of the dashboard, functionality, and the same, so it does not build something bad. Please, the first prompt should be extremely detailed, under 5K characters. Okay, prompt 1 of 5, full scaffold system definition clauses, and I'm gonna do this studio teacher settings, post to be a teacher activate. It has everything that we need. Avatar, URL, it has everything. Oh, it's keep going at it, that we need to build the app. So it's done. I think it's done. It's done with it. It has everything, which is amazing. I think it's not gonna. Oh, how many prompts? Oh, I think 4 or 5. I think it's missing 1 prompt. Yeah, 2 or 5. We're gonna ask to the next prompts. please, because it has a limited amount of, and we ask to be comprehensive. So if you see that you put little information, if you don't know what you're building, the AI would not know what to build for you, and it would make a lot of assumptions. And don't expect the first run to be great. The first run's it's gonna look bad probably, or sometimes it's gonna be surprise. I know, depends on what you're asking the AI to build, but then it becomes a process of polishing. Okay, so we have the prompts here, 5 prompts. Oh, it's actually built everything. Okay, we're gonna take prompt number 1. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna go to Lovable. I'm gonna put it in the screen so you can see. And we're not gonna tell Lovable exactly what we want. We're gonna say, hello, how are you? I don't know any other way to go into the builder, but just to use this, if anyone knows, I'm happy to. Every time I try to create a new app, I have to do this. I don't want to paste anything here. And when I'm here, I click stop. I always do this. Lovable, if you're watching, just let me access this so I can create a chat, because it's important. It's important. You have 2 functions in Lovable here. You have the non-chat, which is gonna post something, gonna take your credits, and yeah, it's gonna start building stuff. Or you can have a conversation with the AI when you click chat. And this is every time you should do the same. So you talk to the AI via chat, and then once the chat gives you a result, hey, I'm planning to do this, you read it, and then you can click implement plan. Okay, the first thing I want to do before I start posting the prompts, we're gonna go to settings. We're gonna go to what it was, knowledge. Here you can put instructions and guidelines. This is extremely important. You're gonna go to your file, the big file, and we're gonna copy this, and we're gonna paste this into Lovable, right? Okay, I don't think we can paste everything. Let's see, what is the last part it took? Okay, so I cannot paste all of that document into chats, into this knowledge base in Lovable, because it's too much. So what I'm gonna do instead, I'm gonna go and say, I need a summary for Lovable that contains all the critical stuff. Okay, I'm gonna paste this, the guidelines, and it's gonna produce a file. Okay, gonna produce this file. I hope we can actually copy this, and yep, right, that's knowledge that is custom to your project based on what we discussed. But before we paste this into Lovable, because we're gonna need, okay, Lovable is gonna build the front end, but we're gonna need the back end. You have to connect to Supabase so your website can have a back end where you can store all the information about your users. So when I click connect with Supabase, there is no project connected here. You have to click manage connected organizations. I'm gonna create a new project. I'm not gonna show this because it has password. The project name is gonna be ClassCourses, strong password, use a strong password. Okay, now I'm creating this new thing where I have the password and everything. I'm gonna select you the kind of CPU, the CPU that you need. It's very basic. You could create a new project and say, I want to charge. Well, it's gonna charge me because I have a lot, but it's gonna charge you nothing if you are using this for the first time. We will need to wait a tiny bit for Lovable to be able to connect. Supabase just created my kind of project, and now we need to connect it with Lovable before doing anything else. So we go here, we manage organizations. This is my organization. I'm gonna look for one to connect. I'm gonna connect to a project. The project is gonna be ClassCourses. Course is gonna connect connected with Lovable. So what we do, Lovable is gonna start building the code, and in the back end, Supabase is going to be managing the tables, all this stuff for you. You don't have to do nothing. Just connect it, just create the account. You already have the account. If you watch my first video, you just create a project. If you use it for free, if you don't have many projects, you can use it for free. Now it's connected. We know that ClassCourses is connected. The other thing we need to do one step before, it would be to forget about what is going on in the chat right now. It's telling you what the things to do. You're going to connect with GitHub. This is for you to have access to the code. You're going to connect the project. This time I'm going to select myself, which is my personal GitHub. And then it's going to say, hey, you have a GitHub repository. So if I go and look, courses, this is now the name that Lovable gives to stuff. And I have all my stuff here, all my code here. All right, so what's next? Once we have the settings, knowledge, we paste it here. We connect it with Supabase and we connect it to GitHub. I think we're ready to start. Okay, I ran out of memory in the other card, so I had to change it. What I was saying is, I want to stop this video here with the first part because it was very important to take. What we saw in the first video, the understanding just to create the PRD. Creating the PRD will take you some time. So you have to read it. This is a very important document because if something is wrong, of course, ignore the technical part. It's going to put a lot of stuff about databases and the schema. You can go through it. If it makes sense or if it doesn't make sense, you can ask questions. But the important is for this document to be extremely comprehensive. That's why I was saying I was trying to end the video here, because once we post this information into Lovable, then the other part will start. When you had the first interaction with the application, when you're going to see the first version of your idea. And that can be either very rewarding because you have been thinking about this idea for a while and now you see it, or very shitty because now you see something that it doesn't resemble the illusion that you had in your head, how this is going to look. But it's okay. This is the first version. It's like a pile of clay, cold clay, if you will. You have to polish it. You have to build it. And I will go through the process of how to do it. One of the things I'm going to do, I'm going to create a custom GPT. I'm going to leave it in below so you can actually use it to create your PRD. So you can use my GPT, which is free, or you can use also for free the blocks to build more specific stuff. So if your application is not very complex, I would say use the GPT. But if your application is complex and you want to have, you want to charge your clients and allow them to have an account so they can charge their client. Like for example, my platform Gloop.me allows you to create an account so you can charge people. And how you do it? You do it through Stripe Connect. Basically, you go through my platform, you connect, you click connect, you create an account with Stripe, which is like a one-click thing. You complete your forms with Stripe, all done securely by Stripe, and then you can charge your client directly. And then it goes to your Stripe account, from your Stripe account to your banner directly. If you want to do something like that, I think VibeBlocks is more for you than a ChatGPT because it's more technical. But if you want to build an application, for your community, for you, or social network, something like that, that is not complex, well, social networks are complex, I would highly recommend you to use ChatGPT. So I'm going to leave all the links below so you can have it. I'm going to leave some documentation as well so you can follow it, and link to the first video, my socials, if you want to contact me. I try to reply as much I can. You can contact me anytime. I will do my best to reply. And I will see you in the next video, which is basically the first build up for the application. That's video number 3. See you in the next part.